Now, when you go live, you're gonna have feedback, so you have to mute the YouTube side.
What do you mean? So I click this. Okay, and we can edit all this, right?
No, it's live.
The
So,
line is okay?
yep, you're live now, dog.
Me?
You guys are live.
Okay,
And when you want to stop it, you just go here and turn off the live.
got it.
Sounds good.
Hold on, we're just making a quiet space right now. Close the door. Hold on, give me a sec. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. I'm Dominique, and we're going to do Coffee Talk with Luiz. So, Luiz, you are the CEO of Sambalatte, which by far is one of the most darling cafes to read a book in Las Vegas. One of your cafes, literally, you have stairs to go up to this upstairs library, and it's so cute. So, I like to bring my girlfriends there and we talk smack, drink coffee. So, what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking here a great cup of coffee of Samba Zen.
Zen?
Samba Zen.
Ooh, is that a blend?
No, it is a coffee coming from Fazenda Caxambu. And this coffee I watched grow as a little tree. And now it's a big tree. And it is produced coffee beans. And now we buy and we bring to Las Vegas. And I called Zen because Usha, the producer, she's very holistic. And after the harvest, she put all the coffee in at the waterhouse, and she plays classic music for the coffee to rest. So she believes they get the energy on the coffee.
Oh my gosh. LA needs to hear about this. They would love that. That's so LA.
So we call Samba Zen because we have a yoga studio here called Zen. And after we did the bulletproof, I would call was the bulletproof, but we call the bulletproof. It's the same, and we used the Samba Zen, and I said that's why because of that, and I gave the whole.
So your coffee is basically like the wagyu of coffee beans, is what you're saying.
Get what?
Do you know what wagyu is?
Yeah. Wagyu, yes.
Yeah. So your beans in your Zen blend is basically the wagyu of coffee beans.
Pretty much. And this, in the Samba Zen, which it is the Katukai, no, there's yellow bourbon, which is the one that are very good, one of the best coffee varietal for the Arabica. And it is on the 13 meters elevation. It is on the top of the mountain, at the very, very tip top of the farm in the mountain, and has a beautiful view. It is simply amazing.
Oh my gosh, I just fell in love with your brand even deeper now.
One of the most beautiful sunset from the top of the mountain behind the hills, which I have posted some videos of that. It is absolutely beautiful. And the other side of the mountain, you see the sunrise if you get up early enough to see it.
Well, you know, those yogis, they're all about like, sunset. That'd be like an experience. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't even know that. See, coffee talks are fun. So before we get into a conversation of incorporating coffee into the holidays that are coming up, I just want to take a few minutes to hear about your story migrating to America, what made you want to come over here, and then probably, I'm guessing through that experience, what made you motivated to become an entrepreneur in the United States and why coffee itself. So I'd like to hear about that story, all about you.
Okay. So I came to America in 1980. It was the first time. And I came to study English. And I went to San Diego. And I was here in the US for about 6 months. And I went back to Brazil again. And in 84, I finished my university in Brazil. And I went to Chicago to study hotel school. I was there for 2 years and I did some internship. And I went back to Brazil again in 86. And I was in Brazil for almost 3 years. And I got an opportunity to come back to US to work for a major hotel company. And I did. And I said, I'm going to be there in America for another 2 or 3 more years. and go back again to Brazil, and never happened.
So I also understand that it's your 10th anniversary,
Yes,
and that's huge. Not many businesses make it to 10 years. So hats off to you. That is a huge deal. And
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. And honestly, like now that I just heard about the Zen blend, the Samba Zen, I like it's such a sensory experience with your product, and start to finish, you are so different from all the other coffee brands out there.
Mhm.
And like obviously your passion and your hospitality experience is coming through with your product, because that's different level. It's really like a sensory experience. And I feel that because when I drink your coffee, it's so much more like earthy in my opinion, and you can like taste the drip. But I like my coffee black or with a little bit of coconut milk, and that's it. I want to taste the like earth. So yeah.
Well, when I was developing the project to open Sambalatte, and I really want to create a place that can provoke your senses.
I knew
I
it.
mean,
I could tell.
that's the only by the smell, by the scent, by your eyes, your vision, your hearing, the music, the colors, everything was a whole sensory experience that you had knowing the product. So when you leave and say this was the best place that I have been, but one of the best product that I ever had as well. But comes, I mean, we create a partnership with from farm to cup to bring your coffee, so you have the whole story to tell and to create and to tell people about the product.
So in your 10 years of doing business, what was an unexpected lesson you learned about being involved in what you're doing, and then something happened that you didn't expect? What was something that happened down like that?
I think it is first of all, any business that you're gonna do, you have to be very passionate, especially nowadays. If you don't have the passion in your heart, in your mind, and on the day to day, it is very difficult because one thing in 10 years, I'll never in my wild dreams would think that I would have so much competition as I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
That would have this explosion of the coffee culture, not only in Las Vegas, but in the US and across the world. And it did happen. And so what I probably, if I knew that, I would have thought about maybe, no, really, I want to do that. But competition it is good because set you the good from the average and from the bad ones. And for me, I always say we have to elevate the bar every day. The bar, it is endless. Doesn't matter. You always have to come up with a new idea. We have to be, and I remember when we first saw people come here, I love the place. I want to take a picture. I want to open a place. Well, and the staff like, oh, they're gonna copy us. And I said, they can't. I don't care. Even this, I remember this lady. She came in and said, "Oh, I love this place. I wanna maybe open one like this in somewhere in Utah. And do you mind I take pictures?" And I said, "No, I have some picture. I can send to you." And she looked at me like, "What?" And I said, "Yes." And said, "How come?" And I said, "I'm a professional. I've been in this business, not in the coffee business, but in the food and beverage business for 28 years. I worked on this project for 10 years. This is not only an idea, this is a vision of business." And she looked at me and she didn't say anything. So it is all about you have your vision and create this vision and challenge on the day to day. How are you going to elevate? How are you going to raise the bar? How are you going to be competitive? How are you going to be ahead of the times and everything? But if you don't have a vision, you're going to be just copycat, catching up. You're never going to be the trendsetter.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because when you're talking about a visionary, what Shop for Heroes is Here, I'll show you. On our bag that we made, it says right here, and this is the Heroes blend. Right here, it says a symphony of flavors. And I was thinking, like, what we are at Shop for Heroes is a collaboration, like an orchestra between, instead of different instruments, it's businesses and like-minded people promoting everyday heroes. And that's basically what we're all about, which is this collaboration between people that want to promote Same Here, which is what we're doing, an organization that promotes reducing the stigma of mental health. And that's what you and the CEO Eric is doing with Same Here. And by us just promoting this bag of coffee, we're reducing the stigma of mental health. And that's what this bag of coffee is doing. And that's you being a trendsetter. That's what's, you know, it's people like you that break the barrier into something new. Like, this isn't just a bag of coffee. This is starting a dialogue of what a hero is. And even just like Robin Lerner, how he's the goalie for the Knights, he's an everyday hero. He's just talking about his own struggle, which is depression, but he's a hero by saying, hey, like, I'm going through this. Most likely everybody's struggling in different ways. And by him doing that, he's starting a transcending conversation of reducing the stigma. So it's people like you and Eric that are really heroes in my eyes. And that's just what I wanted to take a minute to say. Like, it's literally on your bag, a symphony of flavors. And that's what Shop for Heroes is as well. It's a symphony of like-minded people trying to make groundbreaking movement forward. And that's what's so cool about Heroes and you and Same Here. And I just want to take a minute to thank you for that. And it's people like you that make a difference in this world. And yeah, I just gotta say that.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm a hero.
You are a hero. You're promoting this awesome cause.
I mean, we try. I like when you say I'm not a CEO. I'm just sometimes I'm the owner. Sometimes I'm the owner. I'm the founder, and I'm making things happen. Because when I see some people call their CEO, and I think a CEO for me is like when you have a huge company and have a huge infrastructure behind you and layers of people underneath you. So you have to be a CEO. Yeah, I can be a CEO because I'm the guy who runs the show. But even my business card, I don't have no title because I don't want the people to think that, oh, you're the CEO, you're the owner. No, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just a worker.
Yeah. So, you know, that leads me to my next question, whether it's just focusing on the coffee industry, but if you're a young entrepreneur or entrepreneur having to completely start over again with your 10 years experience, what's your advice to that entrepreneur?
Well, right now,
Yeah, I know, right? Struggles.
on this economy, it is like every day really striking me thinking about, even this morning, I was in my office and thinking about future and thinking about things. And it is so difficult right now for you to plan your business because things that have changed so fast in the past 8 months. Very, very difficult for many business. Today, I was reading, I get a hospitality news and restaurant news every day, and the brief about how many chains, restaurant big chains have closing, filed for bankruptcy and going under because they are not be able to support this business because we have such a huge, very active economy that really, so right now, I think it is people get used to the e-commerce, the convenience of get a home. And I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest trends right now that we're working on with the heroes. And but if someone tell me they're going to open a coffee shop right now, I would say, don't do it. Open a restaurant, don't do it right now. We have to wait because you need to think because I think it is we might see a lot of business going out and it's going to be a reshape of a business. And because I think we had a huge saturation in the market that everybody used to do, so, talking about 10, 15, 20 years ago, some restaurants used to do so well. And now many chains, they barely perform, the level expect, because there's so much more competition, and the consumer behavior have changed dramatically, in many ways. How you go out, how you eat, how you drink, how you shop, how you work, everything have changed.
And that's why like what we're doing with this box is important and valuable for the times, because it's really, and you can check me on this, but I see it as it being direct to consumer, which is why we are selling this box of 3 bags of these coffee on shopforheroes.com. You don't have to go out of your car, your house, anything. You can just purchase this for the holidays for $45, and it comes right to your house. And this is 45 bucks. Everybody has 45 bucks. This is literally a perfect gift. And it's all about the messaging. It's the sensory experience of the coffee, but really it's about reducing the stigma of mental health. And what a great storytelling opportunity that everybody's going through with these times right now, which is, it's wild out here. It's literally so challenging, like you just said, to even have a business. Like, this is America. This is literally like what we're about, and what we're kind of programmed and conditioned to do is to be entrepreneurs, or to go get it or make it happen. And it's really hard right now. So that's what is so cool about this product, is we are adapting, you and I are adapting to the reality of the situation, and we're still trying to make forward movement with a great message, which is everybody's like suffering right now. We have to be compassionate and understanding, and sit down with your friend and talk over coffee. And that's what we're doing. So,
well, I think right now, and I keep saying, like, the only business able to survive, a business that will be able to evolve and to adjust to the new change. And if you have a creativity to come up with a new ideas, a niche that you can carve and really focus on, and you're going to succeed on that. Because in the business that they don't accept change, or they don't adjust, they don't have a creativity, they're going to struggle. They are struggling. They're going to struggle even more with the change of our economy and the consumer behavior as well.
Yeah, and that's also what separates just another tier of leaders, is when some people see loss, visionaries see opportunity.
Right.
And that's once again like what we're about. Or it's just also a matter of survival. Like, this is what it takes for us to pay our bills. And that's what I'm about. So if that's just how it is, then we have to figure out a way, because us throwing a little fit as to, I wish I could go in to a place and do all my online, or do all my shopping, and consistently sit outside with a cup of coffee and, gossip with a girlfriend. That may not be the reality right now. So it's up to us to figure out a way how to move forward, or at least try to bring that human element as much as we can into this current state. So yeah, I just want to thank you, and I think you're awesome. And I love people like you just figuring out a way to make the best out of the situation. And with that, how can we better ourselves? And that's having a conversation about mental health and how important it is. And with you buying this box of coffee with 3 bags in it, you're starting that dialogue of, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? And just going from there. So everybody, be a hero. Go to shopforhero.com and buy a box of coffee. Thank you so much, Luis. Appreciate you joining.
Oh, no, welcome. It's a pleasure. Thanks for the invitation. And coffee is always a great idea.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good one.